What up, YouTube? So, we're gonna watch a video from a trans woman that I'm subscribed to by the name of Blair White. She's a Republican, and she transitioned from a man to a woman. Here's the thing of it. There's nothing wrong with teaching kids to be tolerant. However, you have to consider two things. One, the age of the person in question, and two, the topic of which you're discussing. There's nothing wrong with letting kids have that wonder and going, well, how does that work? And blah, blah, blah. Because growing up, when I went to school, I can remember going to Go Highlanders. I can remember going to Valley City Junior and Senior High School. And there were a couple of my classmates who were not afraid to experiment with the same gender. And when I would go to the school dances and I would see my fellow female classmates dancing with each other back in the day, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see a problem with it. I'm like, shit. I'm not trying to be creepy about it. I mean, when you're a dude and you see two chicks dancing in front of you, you're not going to say anything. Especially if you're straight. Josh and his cobras. Yeah, well, I made something out of it. Who's laughing now? I look at all the chicks who rejected me growing up, and I'm laughing my ass off because I got women who are willing to drive all the way from across the country just to see me and hang out. So if you're getting rejected in high school or junior high, who cares? You're not old enough to date anyways. You wait till you're in college to date and you're more mature and you've had a little bit of life experience. Trust me. I speak from experience. What little experience that I do have. And it's our job as adults to protect the innocence of children. You know when kids go up to their parents and they ask where babies come from, and then like any rational parent will say the stork? And then when they're a little bit older, they explain how it works. Why can't it be any different with these topics? You know, when it comes to Alcoholics Anonymous, I would be like, you know what? You got a situation, and I believe you can change if you want to change. That's what you should be saying. They're like, you must accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior as part of the 12-step program. And I'm like, fuck your 12-step program. Like, didn't Jesus' blood turn to wine? I mean, sounds like that dude's got a worse drinking problem than I do. I live in Casper, Wyoming, and you know what? I love Casper, Wyoming. It's home. It's a really, really, really pretty mountain town in Wyoming. We have lakes, forests, all kinds of awesome things you can do here in town, hiking-wise. And it's great for when the weather gets warmer, summertime, you know, in Wyoming. It's just, oh, it's the best. Or what if a woman goes into a doctor's office and her baby daddy is completely out of the picture? And the doctor gives her an ultrasound and a little exam and says, well, Mrs. Stevenson, if you don't have an abortion, you and the baby are both going to die. It's like, well, shit. Kids are more precious than rock and roll, in my opinion. That magical time in a child's life when it's like they think that boys and girls have cooties and sex and kissing is gross, and adults are weird, and they just don't get it.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Okay, well, Blair White, while you're having an aneurysm, I'm gonna have a drink. I'm so sick and tired of discussing politics of this nature on my channel because it's just depressing and frustrating. I'm like, you know what? Just because a dude wears dresses or maybe paints his nails or whatever, it doesn't mean shit. Maybe they just like the way it feels. I mean, shit, I listen to Cradle of Filth and Ozzy Osbourne and like black metal, you know, rock and roll, you know. What's the drink combo for the video today, folks? We got a very tiny bottle here of JD. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of getting blackout drunk. It's a waste of alcohol. And all it does is just create more problems in my life. So I says to myself, if I'm going to enjoy my Jack Daniels, let's enjoy it a bit more responsibly. The drink combo is we're mixing Rain, Total Body Fuel, Tropical Storm, which is this energy drink that has like 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, zero sugar, all that jazz, not a sponsor. This is actually a really tasty energy beverage. I didn't yell at the cops when they came to my door, nor did I yell at my neighbor when she came to my door. I simply said, hey man, I'm fine. Look, I'm sorry my trolls are fucking assholes. But it was the yelling and the passing out. That's what you know what I'm saying? People don't care if I drink, but like, it's when I make a complete ass and I'm just, la. You know what I'm saying? But in my defense, if you had a group of people who were dedicated to fucking with you and doing everything in their power to make your life as miserable as possible, you'd be sick of it too. My trolls could not handle 5 fucking minutes in my shoes. Pour the rest of that in there. There we go, champ. Rock and roll, King Cobra. That's how we do it. And like from now on, if I'm drinking with friends, I'll get a bigger bottle of it. But if it's just personal use, one of these this size is enough. That's part of my New Year's resolution. Is just to cut down on my drinking, you know, and just keep doing my thing. Cobra, you're mixing Jack Daniels with Rain, Tropical Storm. What do you call it? We'll call it a Tropical Cobra and leave it at that because that's how we roll. Actually, it's not half bad. I'm feeling real pepped up right now, like, yeah, let's get shit done. Woo! And you know what? That's the sad reality. I don't force people to accept me for who I am. I accept me for who I am, and if the world doesn't accept me, that's their problem. And I'm not afraid to be my goth self. In fact, I've always said that if I win the lottery, I would donate $1 million to Sir Elton John's AIDS Foundation in the name of Freddie Mercury of Queen to help fight and find a cure. Piss off. You have a school assembly with a bunch of kids and be like, okay, everybody, how many of you like ice cream and candy? A bunch of kids raise their hands because let's be real, ice cream and candy is delicious. People are like, Cobra, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Chocolate chip cookie dough. It's my favorite flavor. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? You've been like, hey man, I'm just living my life. Sorry you can't have ice cream, but it's not my fault. We're going to give Cobra another strike. So that second strike I have on my YouTube channel shouldn't even be a thing. I love it because when me and my YouTube fans go to flag all the troll channels, all the copycat Cobra channels who sit there and repost my videos just to talk shit. I make a video dogging on my YouTube trolls, and I get people after the strike happened texting me, quit giving the trolls hate speech, Cobra. And I'm like, that is BC rich. My trolls live to give me hate speech and make my life as miserable as possible and harass anybody who's associated with me. But the second I throw it back in your fucking face, I'm the piece of shit. Kiss my Asperger's, dude. How long is this goddamn video? An hour and almost 30 minutes long. This is ridiculous.